Hello, Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The rumor mill is spinning fast, and this time, it's all about RUI HACHIMURA. The whispers coming out of Los Angeles are getting louder by the hour, suggesting that the 26-year-old forward could be packing his bags and heading to the Windy City. That's right, RUI HACHIMURA to the Chicago Bulls. Nobody saw this coming, especially after how much the Lakers seemed to value him as part of their long-term core just a few months ago. But things in the NBA move fast, and relationships between players, coaches, and front offices can shift overnight. Sources close to the situation are hinting that RUI's camp has been quietly exploring new opportunities, frustrated with his fluctuating minutes and lack of offensive freedom in Darvin Ham's system. The Bulls, on the other hand, have been desperately seeking size, athleticism, and a versatile forward who can stretch the floor. The match seems almost too convenient, doesn't it? It's like one of those classic NBA storylines where a player in need of a bigger role finds a new home just as another franchise is looking to reinvent itself. But the question remains, is this smoke or is there real fire behind it? From the Lakers' perspective, this potential move is complicated. RUI HACHIMURA was seen as a big piece of the puzzle, especially after his breakout performances in last year's playoffs. Fans remember those mid-range jumpers, the calm confidence, and how seamlessly he fit next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis. But inside sources claim the Lakers' front office has been debating a roster reshuffle to add more backcourt firepower and financial flexibility. HACHIMURA's contract, while reasonable, could be a valuable trade chip. The Bulls reportedly reached out weeks ago, inquiring about his availability, and talks might have quietly advanced since then. For Los Angeles, moving RUI would hurt, but it could open up a chance to bring in a young guard or a few role players better suited for their system. The tension lies in whether the Lakers believe RUI can still grow into that dependable third star, or if they've already seen his ceiling. And knowing how the Lakers operate, they're always thinking about the next big move, not just the next game. On the Chicago Bulls side, this rumor feels like a bold statement, maybe even a last roll of the dice. The team has been stuck in mediocrity for too long, unable to break through as a serious playoff contender. With Zach LaVine's future uncertain, Lonzo Ball's ongoing injury saga, and DeMar DeRozan entering the final years of his prime, the Bulls need a spark, something, or someone to shake up the energy. RUI HACHIMURA could be that piece. His two-way game, high basketball IQ, and calm demeanor might be the perfect balance to a team that often feels emotionally unstable and inconsistent. Imagine him running alongside Kobe White and Alex Caruso, providing that physical edge and mid-range scoring punch. The Bulls' front office has been under pressure from fans who are tired of waiting for progress. Bringing in HACHIMURA wouldn't just be a roster move. It'd be a statement of intent, a sign that Chicago is still hungry to compete. The city loves grit, hustle, and heart, and RUI brings all of that, wrapped in quiet determination. But let's not forget the emotional weight behind this story. RUI HACHIMURA found a home in Los Angeles. Fans embraced him, teammates respected him, and he grew into a confident contributor on one of the most storied franchises in sports. Leaving the Lakers wouldn't just be a career decision. It'd be personal. Imagine stepping away from the bright lights of Hollywood, the energy of playing alongside LeBron, and the pressure of wearing the purple and gold. Yet, maybe that's exactly what RUI needs. A reset, a new chapter, somewhere he can carve his own legacy without always being the supporting act. Chicago offers that. A chance to lead, to define games, to become a franchise cornerstone rather than a role player. In a city where basketball isn't just a sport but a religion, RUI's quiet fire could become something legendary. And for him, who's always been about steady progress and consistency, this could be the next big step. Behind the scenes, however, this move might be driven by more than just basketball reasons. There are whispers about contract incentives, marketing opportunities, and even personal motivations. RUI's global brand is growing, especially with his Japanese fanbase following him closely. Chicago, with its massive market and international reach, could be an ideal platform to expand his influence beyond the court. Meanwhile, the Lakers are dealing with cap issues and internal pressure to make moves that keep them competitive without locking them into long-term commitments. The front office knows LeBron won't play forever, and every decision now is being made with an eye toward what happens next. RUI's exit might be less about performance and more about positioning, both financially and strategically. The NBA, after all, is as much about timing and business as it is about talent and chemistry. And this rumor feels like a move that serves both narratives. Still, the fan reactions have been explosive. Social media is divided. Lakers fans are heartbroken at the thought of losing a player who symbolized balance and effort, while Bulls fans are buzzing with excitement, already imagining RUI in that iconic red and black jersey. Some believe this move could reignite Chicago's identity, that tough, resilient spirit the franchise once embodied during its golden era. Others warn that it's just another reshuffling that won't solve the team's deeper issues. But one thing's certain, everyone's talking. The rumor has taken on a life of its own, and whether it becomes official or not, the mere possibility of RUI HACHIMURA wearing a Bulls uniform has already shifted the energy around both franchises. It's one of those rare off-court stories that feels bigger than basketball, a mix of ambition, uncertainty, and the search for belonging in a league that never stops moving. Now, if this transfer actually happens, the ripple effects across the league could be massive. RUI HACHIMURA joining the Bulls could reshape both conferences in subtle but significant ways. For Chicago, it might signal the start of a new era, one built around versatility and modern basketball sensibilities. For the Lakers, it could be the prelude to something even bigger, maybe a blockbuster trade or a free agent chase that reignites the LeBron AD window. What makes this rumor so captivating isn't just the player himself, but what he represents. The shifting balance between stability and ambition in today's NBA. RUI has always been a symbol of quiet excellence, someone who doesn't seek the spotlight, but ends up earning it anyway. In Chicago, that trait could either make him a hero or expose him to new challenges. But that's the thrill of the NBA. It's not just about stats or contracts. It's about stories, and this one, whether true or not, has the potential to be unforgettable. As the rumor keeps spreading, insiders are beginning to piece together what might have led to RUI HACHIMURA's potential move from the Lakers to the Bulls. Some reports claim that the chemistry inside the Lakers' locker room hasn't been as smooth as it seems. RUI, though respected by teammates, has quietly struggled to find his rhythm within the offense. Playing alongside dominant personalities like LeBron James and Anthony Davis can be a double-edged sword. It provides exposure, but it also limits freedom. There have been whispers that RUI wants a more prominent role, one where his touches aren't dependent on broken plays or bench rotations. The Bulls, on the other hand, are in desperate need of exactly that type of player, disciplined, efficient, and capable of creating his own shot. If this deal goes through, it won't be just a career shift. It could be RUI's chance to redefine himself as a centerpiece rather than a complementary piece. The Lakers might lose some depth, but RUI could finally gain something priceless. Identity, freedom, and the opportunity to build something of his own in a city that's craving a new hero to believe in. Digging deeper, you can almost sense that this move symbolizes two franchises at crossroads. The Lakers are stuck between holding on to the LeBron era and preparing for what comes next. Every season feels like a gamble between contending now and rebuilding later. RUI HACHIMURA's trade, if it happens, could mark the first domino in that inevitable transition. Meanwhile, the Bulls are trying to break the cycle of inconsistency. They've been good enough to compete, but never great enough to scare anyone. Adding RUI might not turn them into instant title contenders, but could reshape their culture. He's not flashy, not loud, but he's consistent, something Chicago has lacked for years. It's the kind of move that builds foundations rather than headlines. And while fans love blockbuster deals, sometimes it's the quieter ones that end up changing everything. In a league obsessed with stars, Maybe the Bulls are betting on balance, and RUI could be the first step toward that vision. Financially, this move makes even more sense than it appears on the surface. The Lakers are approaching another luxury tax nightmare, and HACHIMURA's contract, while fair for his production, might become a burden if they plan to chase another max-level player next offseason. The Bulls, however, have a bit more breathing room. They've been positioning themselves to add someone who can contribute immediately without crippling their cap space. RUI's deal fits neatly into that strategy. Plus, his marketing potential is massive. The Japanese fan base is one of the most loyal and passionate in the world, and adding a player with international appeal could be a financial goldmine for Chicago. Merchandise sales, global exposure, and cultural impact, it's all part of the modern NBA's ecosystem. The front office knows that success off the court often translates to stability on it. For both sides, this isn't just a basketball transaction. It's a business play disguised as a roster adjustment. And in today's NBA, those moves often define the next decade of a franchise. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, emotionally, though, it's impossible to ignore how heavy this feels for Lakers fans. RUI HACHIMURA's journey in Los Angeles represented something pure: growth, patience, and loyalty. He wasn't a superstar, but he embodied the kind of effort fans love to root for. To see him leave would sting, especially since he's still developing and far from his ceiling. For RUI, leaving might mean closing one of the most important chapters of his career. But maybe that's what greatness requires: knowing when to move forward, even when it hurts. Chicago offers a different kind of stage. Less glitz, more grit. Less Hollywood, more heart. And maybe that's exactly the kind of environment where RUI's calm, focus, and disciplined style can truly shine. Sometimes, the most powerful moves in sports are the ones that don't make sense right away, but reveal their purpose later. If this trade happens, it could be one of those moments where both pain and promise coexist in equal measure. Fans in Chicago are already buzzing with excitement. The idea of RUI HACHIMURA in that iconic red jersey has sparked a wave of optimism not seen in years. Social media is filled with fan art, trade machine predictions, and hopeful messages envisioning him as part of a new Bulls core. Some are calling it the HACHIMURA era, a bold rebranding of the team's future identity. His fit next to DeRozan and Vucevic could bring a more balanced defensive attack, less isolation, more flow. Defensively, his size and discipline could anchor a team that's been inconsistent in stopping bigger wings. The Bulls have long needed someone who embodies quiet leadership, someone who doesn't just talk about winning but works for it. RUI might not be a flashy superstar, but he's the kind of player who elevates everyone around him. And in a city that values effort and determination, that combination might just make him an instant fan favorite. The hype feels different this time, almost like Chicago is finally ready to turn the page. In the end, whether this rumor becomes reality or fades like so many others before it, one thing is clear: RUI HACHIMURA has reached a pivotal moment in his career. Staying in Los Angeles means stability, but also limitations. Moving to Chicago means risk, but also rebirth. Every player faces that crossroads eventually, the moment where comfort and ambition collide. RUI's story has always been about quiet evolution, about proving himself without fanfare. And maybe that's what makes this rumor so compelling. It's not just about trades, contracts, or stats. It's about a player searching for belonging, a team searching for direction, and a league that thrives on change. The NBA is a living story, always rewriting itself. And this chapter, whether rumor or reality, feels like one of those turning points that could redefine everything for everyone involved. Maybe, just maybe, the winds of change are already blowing from Los Angeles to Chicago, carrying RUI HACHIMURA toward his next great chapter. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.